I think that GMs rely too much on literary techniques. The fact of the matter is that a book or even a movie or a TV show is not a game. It's not interactive like a game is. It's not as varied in things as a game is. In a book, a movie, TV show, you're essentially focused on wherever the author, the creator, puts that lens. And then as a viewer or participant, assuming you're doing it right, you are also focused in that lens as well. You are the author is presenting the lens and you are looking into it. A role-playing game is very different. A GM recently mentioned to me on, I think it was on Blue Sky, talked about foreshadowing, how they've used foreshadowing to good effect. The issue here is not the use of foreshadowing itself, but in a book, a movie, so on and so forth, foreshadowing can deepen the effect of something, whatever that thing happens to be. And you can say, ooh, it was foreshadowed. And when you recognize that foreshadowing, whatever it is that takes place in the end has added depth due to that foreshadowing. But if you don't catch the foreshadowing, you still get the event. Maybe not to the depth of someone who has caught all those references, but you still get it. The problem in a game, and this is what I was talking about in an earlier short on what I called the grand plan trap, is that the GM who thinks they're foreshadowing these elements, if the party doesn't get it, the thing at the end doesn't necessarily have any effect. It's not that the foreshadowing heightens something that already has some tension coming to it. It's that the foreshadowing is the source of the tension. And if you don't get that, then the whatever it is that you're trying to foreshadow just loses any and all significance. It deflates like a souffle that was taken out of the oven too soon. This is why that we often talk in games about signposting, which is like the more brutal, much less subtle brother of forecasting or foreshadowing, in which we'll put big signposts saying, hey, this thing is here, this thing is here. And this is because in a game, we're not focused. You might be narrating the story as a GM. I might be thinking about what just took place. Maybe I'm checking my supplies. Maybe I'm talking strategy to another player. My mind could be elsewhere. There's many things going on. If you're trying to leave these little breadcrumbs and foreshadowing, are you foreshadowing for the next room? Are you foreshadowing for the next adventure, the next arc in whatever campaign you're going, which could be months away, years away, and I'm supposed to follow that? You can't do that. You have to bludgeon people. You have to hit them over the head with things. So not to say don't foreshadow, but don't rely on foreshadowing. You need to signpost. You need to whack people in the face with it. And by the way, they may still not get it.